So we get the news today. It happened yesterday. We get the news that LeBron James Jr. passed out on the court during practice, or workout, game, practice, something in the court. They said he's in stable condition, so he's doing good. But we have to go here. We can't even play with the topic. We're seeing a trend. I made a post earlier, and I learned, and it's a reason why I started with Kevin Samuels, because I learned something, that people don't like dealing with real situations. They'll laugh and joke and play, and it's all fun and games, but people don't like dealing with real situations. So for years, people in the basketball community, my people in my Facebook group, my Facebook friends, have been joking about Bronny James taking steroids. I made a joke during the ESPYs that Lil Zuri's starting to look buff. Joking. And then the thing is, now it's a lesson in there being a consequences to the things that you joke about, or things that can happen when you're playing, because one of the side effects is cardiac arrest. However, unfortunately for a lot of you, I may be wrong. I might not be right at all about what actually happened with Bronny James. So let's do due diligence and dive into this. Just straight to business. Because people don't want to talk about it. People don't want to talk about why this might have happened to this young man, but I have a couple theories. Got a couple theories to tell you that. And here they are.
From the exam room to the courtroom, this morning, new fronts in the fight against COVID-19. The CDC finding 16 to 24-year-olds who received the Pfizer or Moderna vaccine have experienced higher than normal cases of myocarditis, an inflammation of the heart muscle. Myocarditis symptoms can include fever and fatigue, shortness of breath, and chest pain. The CDC said the higher rate of cases occurred especially among young men following their second dose of an mRNA vaccine, but notes the reports are rare, given the number of vaccine doses administered, and that most patients quickly felt better after receiving care. Federal officials calling it a clear imbalance, but adding more research needs to be done to confirm whether the vaccines are to blame.
The benefits of getting vaccinated far, far, far outweigh.
And just in case you don't take notes, 16 to 24 is Bronny James and Damar Hamlin.
Any of the potential risks or side effects.
The FDA turning its attention to kids. A top advisor now saying all children should be vaccinated, stressing herd immunity is critical with more contagious variants on the way. Now under FDA review, Moderna's new COVID vaccine specifically for 12 to 17-year-olds. But in Texas at Houston Methodist, doubts over all the vaccines have led to legal action.
You're willing to lose your job over this?
Yes.
Tell me why.
Because I am not going to take that vaccine.
Jennifer Bridges, one of 117 hospital workers, now part of a mass action lawsuit, suing Houston Methodist for its policy requiring all staff to be vaccinated or terminated. The hospital thanking the more than 24,000 other employees who followed policy.
What the mandate has allowed us to do is go that last mile and get everybody vaccinated so we have every layer of protection for our patients that we possibly can.
And a court hearing has been set up for later today regarding that lawsuit here at Houston Methodist. And they are far from the only hospital group to have a vaccine. Johns Hopkins Medicine, based in Baltimore, Maryland, has a similar rule in place. No pending litigation there so far.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.
Now, somebody want to talk about that? Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence that we have these 16 to 24-year-olds seeing these side effects? You think so? You sure? Well, if you think that it's a coincidence that Damar Hamlin and Bronny James, and we all know that, this can happen to guys who are in shape, of course. But where there's smoke, there's fire. And if you don't believe it, let's see what your boy Dr. Fauci's into recently. Let's check him out. See what your boy Fauci's into recently.
Scientists misled New documents reveal that top scientists misled Congress about COVID origins. A top advisor to Dr. Anthony Fauci still thought a lab leak was possible in April of 2020, 1 month after claiming publicly that it wasn't. This is according to a new report by author Michael Schellenberger.
Author of the public Substack, Michael Schellenberger is here with us today to discuss. Welcome, Michael.
Good to be with you.
So how do we know what this new timeline is? Tell us about this new document.
Well, so as you may be aware, last week, two of the top scientists who have been studying COVID origins testified before Congress, and they were pressed on why people had discovered internal communications by them showing that they still thought the lab leak was possible, and yet published a very well-known article in Nature Medicine arguing that the lab leak was not possible, or was basically so improbable as to be not worth considering. We now have the complete record of the emails and internal Slack messages between these scientists during the period in which they were writing that article. I think the most stunning thing about it, so it's, first of all, this is
well, that cut off, but the point is, I'm glad it cut off because we don't even need to hear anymore. The reality is, I don't believe it, and I'm not letting nobody else joke no more about the topic, and I'm about to show y'all why. I'm not letting nobody else joke because we see that y'all want to be serious. So, y'all don't want to be serious about stuff like this. So, all right. I don't even have to say too much. I already said it. So,
becomes less able to relax and feel completely in between beats.
For the people who didn't want to listen to what I was saying and talk about delete this post, I will not.
Steroids have been shown to impair.
So, for all of the people who joked about Bronny taking steroids, let's do
Steroids have been shown to
steroid in the heart from a doctor.
impair left ventricular function, which connects nearly all organ systems through its function to pump oxygenated blood to the body. While the cardiac muscle increases in strength with anabolic steroid use, it also becomes less able to relax and fill completely in between beats. Steroid use has also been linked to dilated cardiomyopathy, wherein the cavity of the heart is enlarged and stretched, compromising the heart's ability to pump normally and relax appropriately. It becomes big and floppy and inefficient at squeezing.
Now see that? And you know, when you hear from a doctor, you got to get a second opinion sometimes. Sometimes you got to get a second opinion, you know. So, we're going to another doctor. We're going to another doctor about the same subject. Since people didn't want to listen and people want to joke about a topic, but don't want to listen to me when I say it, listen to a doctor. So I thought it was, I don't know what y'all thought. So let's do what the doctor said.
Recently conducted a study looking at heart function and heart health in anabolic steroid users, both past and former, and compared them to a group of otherwise similar non-steroid using weightlifters. And the goal of the study was to really, for the first time, develop a complete profile of how steroids affect the heart. And our findings were quite sobering, and that is that these otherwise healthy men had a fair bit of heart disease that was largely explained by their steroid use. And the heart disease came in two forms. It was diseases of the heart arteries, which we all know as coronary artery disease, blockage or plaquing in the arteries, and there was also weakness in the heart muscle, both a failure to contract as well as to relax. And these are things that, again, after controlling for other risk factors that cause problems, were quite clearly a function of steroid use. It turns out that some of what we found is probably reversible with stopping steroid use, but some is probably not. Particularly the plaquing in the arteries and the stiffening of the heart appear to be things that don't completely recover even after there's been a discontinuation of the steroid use pattern. You know, there's a common misconception that steroid abuse is confined to elite and professional athletes, and that's simply not the case. Prior work from our group has suggested anywhere from 3 to 4 million men in America have used steroids at some point for either, again, improving athletic performance or simply looking better, and about a third of them go on to develop a chronic dependence problem. So one of the big take-homes from this study is that every practicing cardiologist should be thinking about steroid use as a potential risk factor for either heart muscle problems or plaquing in the arteries, particularly in otherwise healthy, young appearing men. And really, if we don't ask about this, we won't find it.
So, to make a long story, you can't duck the topic either way. So, either the joke that y'all wanted to keep telling, but now don't want to deal with the reality of it not being funny when there's something that happens to you, is no different than joking about somebody doing drugs. You always high. But then when they OD, you don't want to get serious about their drug use? Y'all been joking for 3 years about this young man taking steroids. Now, when something happens to people that take steroids, y'all don't want to talk about it? Well, I want to talk about it. Or, if you don't want to talk about that, then we can talk about the video that you've seen of the 16 to 24-year-olds who have increased in cardiac after taking Moderna. Which one y'all want to talk about? Y'all want to talk about Y'all want to get serious about what y'all been joking about for 3 years? Or do y'all want to talk about the vaccine? It's on you. You can talk about whatever. I don't know. Because I just talked about them both. I really didn't say nothing. I just showed videos. I think the boy juicing, honestly. But he also took the vax. So that's even worse. So y'all just want to not talk about it at all and just pray for his recovery when he's already in stable condition. They didn't even put the report out till he was good. It happened yesterday. People didn't find out about it till today. So we don't have to pray for his recovery. He was already recovered before you heard about it. You can believe in coincidences though. But I don't. Not like this. And of course it can happen. And we know this, obviously that. We know that. But there's also a link that we know about. Moderna. So which one is it? How y'all want to do this, man? Do y'all want to get serious about what y'all been joking about? Or get serious about what y'all been trying to deny for a while? Which one we want to do? It's y'all choice, man. But we can't just talk about this situation like it's just something that happened. It ain't. It's not. It's not something that just happened out the blue. Don't even believe it. I don't even believe it. I don't believe it at all. So, what y'all think? Y'all think that the report about the 7th? Let's watch it again. Let's watch it again. Let's watch it again. Let's watch it one more time.
Chest pain. The CDC said the higher rate of cases occurred especially among young men following their second dose of an mRNA vaccine, but notes the reports are rare, given the number of vaccine doses administered, and that most patients quickly felt better after receiving care. Federal officials calling it a clear imbalance, but adding more research.
Well, let's run it back. Let's start it from the very beginning.
From the exam room to the courtroom, this morning, new fronts in the fight against COVID-19. The CDC finding 16 to 24-year-olds who received the Pfizer or Moderna vaccine have experienced higher than normal cases of myocarditis and inflammation of the heart muscle. Myocarditis symptoms can include fever and fatigue, shortness of breath, and chest pain. The CDC said the higher rate of cases occurred especially among young men following their second dose of an mRNA vaccine, but notes the reports are rare, given the number of vaccine doses administered, and that most patients quickly felt better after receiving care. Federal officials calling it a clear imbalance, but adding more research needs to be done to confirm whether the vaccines are to blame.
The benefits of getting vaccinated far, far, far outweigh any of the potential risks or side effects.
The FDA turning its attention to kids. A top advisor now saying all children should be vaccinated, stressing herd immunity is critical with more contagious variants on the way. Now under FDA review, Moderna's new COVID vaccine specifically for 12 to 17-year-olds. But in Texas at Houston Methodist, doubts over all the vaccines have led to legal action.
You're willing to lose your job over this?
Yes.
Tell me why.
Because I am not going to take that vaccine.
Jennifer Bridges, one of 117 hospital workers, now part of a mass action lawsuit suing Houston Methodist for its policy requiring all staff to be vaccinated or terminated. The hospital thanking the more than 24,000 other employees who followed policy.
What the mandate has allowed us to do is go that last mile and get everybody vaccinated so we have every layer of protection for our patients that we possibly can.
And a court hearing has been set up for later today regarding that lawsuit here at Houston Methodist. And they are far from the only hospital group to have a vaccine mandate. Johns Hopkins Medicine, based in Baltimore, Maryland, has a similar rule in place. No pending litigation there so far.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews.
So, tell you what, unlike a lot of people, unlike all the people that's on TikTok, I can admit when I'm wrong. So, I may have been wrong. I still don't know. All I'm saying is this. I don't have any proof of what I said. So, I'm going to say I was wrong. So I was wrong for saying that Bronny, that it happened because Bronny was juicing. All I was saying is that people have been joking about this. We don't have any proof that it happened, but I'm saying people have been joking about it for years, and this is one of the side effects. So if we were really right, this could be that. That's all I was saying. But I don't have as much proof as the people that's saying, nah, it's really the vax. So I can't keep saying that Bronny was juicing and this is what happened to him. I can't keep saying that because the people who just said it's the vax got more evidence. So I was wrong for saying Bronny was juicing, even though I believe that he is. But y'all was right for saying it's the vax. Okay, it was just it can happen to natural people. It just could happen to anybody, huh? Right. We're just gonna bring up the examples of any 18-year-old that ever had a heart attack right now. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, okay. We could do that, or we could look at the facts that's been presented to our face. Somebody right. Somebody know what they're talking about. Either the man had a side effect of the juice that you just seen from the doctors tell you that it could happen. A couple people on my timeline acting like you can't, or it's new stuff that they take, and this and the third. You don't see it. You don't see your heart either. You don't see your heart either. So you might not see, you just test it and test for it, but your heart is your heart. You can't cheat your damn blood pumping correctly or incorrectly. So if I was wrong and the doctors was wrong, listen, he may have never taken steroids before. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm wrong, that means I'm wrong about him ever taking steroids. If he ever took it, then the doctors just proved my theory. But what we doing with this vax? Did y'all take it? It's a lot of people that had side effects, like not even nothing that serious, but there's been some side effects, and we keep hearing about them. So I don't know, man. But shame on people for joking about steroids for this long, and then when something like this happened, y'all don't even want to have the conversation. Y'all act like I wasn't joking. I was being dead serious. Y'all act like I was making fun of him having a heart attack or something. Hell no. I'm talking to the same people that's been saying even juicing about the side effects now of juicing. And people say, oh, delete this post. Go to hell. No. Delete all the posts you ever made about him juicing. And I'll do that. Let's scrub our whole history of the conversation if you don't want to have it now. Let's act like we never had it. Let's do the Men in Black flash of ever bringing up steroids and Bronny. Or Bryce, or his daddy. Let's just act like we never said the words. If we can't have a serious conversation. Y'all didn't even be like, maybe it is that. I had to pull up 2 doctors to say it. Then there was people in the comments arguing me that ain't even an effect of it. Like, yo, okay, all right, say what you want. Y'all right about this then. It's one of the two. That's just it. That's just it. We've solved it right here. This is it. So y'all can be the judge, man. Or y'all can just sit on the sideline and not say nothing. Just pray for his recovery, even though he's already in stable condition. Y'all can just pray. Or you can have your own opinion. Because we gave you two options. One of something right. Either we looking at the side effects of steroids, or we looking at the side effects of the vax. So juice or juice. Juice or juice. Juice or juice. Which one is we juicing? But what we not going to do is try to censor my First Amendment right to say something when y'all been joking about it. That's all I'm saying. Don't joke with me then. Don't joke. And now, I don't know why people do this with me when y'all know how I am. So now, every single time y'all are joking about something that potentially has a serious cause and effect or anything like that, I'm going to ruin the conversation and get serious. Like, yo, why y'all joking about that when this can happen? And I'm going to keep doing it since y'all wanted to play with me. The game is on. Y'all know how I get, and y'all still want to act this way. So, okay. Game on. No more joking. All of the jokes better be harmless around me. I'm only entertaining harmless humor from now on. If there's any a cause and effect, nope. I'm going to start acting like Cam and Mace. Y'all playing with the wrong one. For real. So I don't want to just pray for his recovery, Chris. I want to talk about whether he's juicing or whether it was the side effects of the vaccine. That's what I want to do. So there you have it, man. I ain't even got nothing else to say about it. You know, he is wishing for his recovery, though. Like, come on now. This man, please. I'm a Bron fan. Like, what? It's the Prince. But the Prince be juicing. Nah, so I've been saying that for man, listen, man. I've been saying that myself. I've been saying it as a Bron fan. I've argued with other Bron fans for saying that on post. I know the post it was. It was my man famous Los. It post he did. He's like Bron juicing. I'm like, man, I've been saying that for years. And then one of the dudes in the comments like, man, you're a Bron hater. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I just been saying that for years because I believe it. And so now I can't suppress who I am because something happened. Like, nah, man. No. Mm-mm. And unfortunately for y'all's feelings, if I'm the only one saying something, that's even better. Like and subscribe then to the only place that you can get this, and it's facts. Well, it's supported by facts. Either one of the two are both supported by facts. So it's opinion, it's theories. They're theories. We don't know. But both theories are supported by facts. You know, one more than the other one because we don't know for 100% sure that he's juiced. But we do know 100% sure that he took that. Okay, we know he took that, but we don't know for sure that he's juiced. So I'm kind of leaning with y'all over here because I didn't say this. I said what I said. I ain't gonna act like I did now. I can't claim hold to this. I'm just bringing it up because I heard other people saying it. So this ain't my, But y'all have convinced me. I just reviewed the evidence. We went to 2 doctors. Y'all You know, we went to the clip of the what's her name? So I believe y'all. I believe it. I believe that's what happened. For real. Unless somebody knows something else better. You tell me. You tell me. It was natural, huh? Yeah, okay. I'll go with your theory. I presented mine. You gotta present yours. Give me some video evidence. Give me something. Some statistics, something. Show me something. Just give me anything. I'll take any evidence. But it has to be more than just you saying it can happen to anybody. You got to give me something to present your case. Because the vax people got a real solid argument. I'm just being, when I heard about it, I was like, yo, what? Oh my God. And then as I was going to check, was he okay? Obviously, I was thinking like, yo, we've been talking about him juicing this long. Is this him juicing? That was my first thought. Like literally like, yo, is he good? And then he was juicing. So like, I can't not say that. I'm not about to be fake. I don't care if people are mad about that. It's a possibility. Like, why can't we, when stuff happens, people don't want to weigh out y'all could never be detectives or lawyers or anything. Like, you got to sift through the possibilities. Y'all want to believe everything and just, no. I'm going to get to the bottom of it because I'm not going to get my emotion involved. Like, okay, it happened, but let's still, be thorough with the investigate. Let's, like, I'm one of them people that like, how they like, when it's like personal to the person, they don't let you work the case. Like, no, I could work the case if it's personal. Like, I'ma still be thorough. But y'all can't. Y'all don't like to work the case when it's personal. It's personal to me. Ron, my favorite player, and this is his son. Stupid. Y'all think I don't care? I'm just saying what happened. Oh, I'm asking what happened. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying what happened. Somebody got to tell me something. And y'all smart Alex act like y'all know everything all of the time. So what do y'all know about this? You're not about to get out of this conversation by telling me just pray for him. For how long? Pray? You want me to pray without ceasing? Like in the Bible? How long are we going to pray for him when it already said he's good? I don't want to pray without ceasing. No, I'm stopping the prayer. And I'm talking about this. So you tell me, Chris. So, y'all believe and say what y'all want to say, but people are talking. And it's a bunch of people who've been saying a bunch of things for a while, and now like when things happen, it supports their arguments. It's like I be saying to people, if you want to disagree with me, like if you want to combat something I have to say or disagree with me on a certain subject, current events have to match up with your argument at all times. Like your argument against me has to be permanent. Like you have to have a forever argument that can stand up against anything. Because if it doesn't, I'm going to bring it up when that happens. Like, hey, you remember when we was talking about, yeah, you was cap. I told you that like a year and a half ago. Remember? Yep. Right. You're cap. So if people know that in the 750, I've been doing that to them for some years. And so this is what people are doing. They've been talking about this situation. It sucks that that's how the internet is, though. People use people's personal situations, really drama and trauma, really, to prove their points. People do it online all the time on TikTok and all these other apps with protection and all of these different things. Anytime, y'all know that. And then people doing it with this. People do it with all type of stuff. But this is one. And this is a major topic that people have been talking about for a while. The side effects. And there's a lot of people who didn't take it. And then they've been talking about stuff happening for a while. Like everybody want to talk about protection, but they don't want to talk about protection from this. So, and then so you got that. You know what I mean? And then I'm not gonna let this go. I'm just not gonna let it go. I can't because it's too much of a possibility that something that he's taking. We're going to stop using the S word. How about that? Something that he took or takes could be the cause of his heart not working correctly. And there's proof that this happens to people. And that's just that. So, as I was saying before, it's crazy that the internet is such a place now that people just use people's personal trauma to prove their points about stuff. But sometimes it be a point to prove, and people been talking a while about these side effects. And now, even though, and people got kids, so of course they don't wish nothing on nobody, nothing. Of course not. But they're still like, see, it keeps happening. We told y'all, it's him. Now who, and people, so, but that's the gift and curse of the internet. Everybody get to speak, but it'd be the subjects where people don't actually care about the people. Like I'm saying what I'm saying about him juicing, but I care. This is LeBron James' son. It's not like I know him or he would do anything for me, but I still care. And that's what pissed me off about what happened on TikTok when people didn't want to just say they were wrong, you know what I'm saying, with the whole Carly thing, because you got people that are passionate about subjects, and just because you lying, like they gonna keep it real when you lying. Just because somebody passionate about a subject don't mean that you was wrong. And my whole thing is this, we getting off subject, but my thing is still this. These people keep trying to act as if they don't have a reason to apologize. Like it's not that people was just it's not that people was just taking Carly's side. It's the disrespect that people have when they don't agree with people. It's, man, y'all know how TikTok is and these apps are. You can't just say she was lying. You have to be a misogynist that really doesn't care about women and all these different things. All because you calling Cat. You're a pick me that really is a colorist, and if you're a woman, like all, it's all type of different things. So this is the reason why people who was taking her side need to apologize, because all people were saying is that she was lying and they were right, and y'all were being disrespectful while being wrong. It's really kind of simple. So there y'all have it, man. Like I said before, I believe they didn't even put the report out until he was good. It happened yesterday, and they talked about it today. He was already good, and they said he was stable. So we don't really got to worry about him, his health. But I want to talk about why it happened. And I need some theories. I need somebody to be on some side of some fence and tell me something. It's real, man. Subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit the like button.